Oh, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to Arsenic Candy Gaming. And welcome to Roguebook. Now, anyone who's been around with the channel long enough, or even over on the Twitch channel, just knows me generally in real life, should be well aware that one of my greatest loves is roguelike deck builders. Starting with Slay the Spire, my introduction to roguelike deck builders. And it's just grown from there. And I have been aware of this game for many, many months now. And it's due to come out of pre-launch, whatever we're talking about here. It's due to launch on the 17th of June. So I thought we'd do a bit of a check out on the channel. I've been playing it for a couple of weeks. I thought we'd give a little bit of a sample and see if it was something that somebody might like to pick up. So, what is Roguebook? Roguebook is a roguelike deck builder from the developers of Faeria, a game which I'd never played, and also the creator of Magic the Gathering, which I never played. We're just going to start a new run here. We have some progression in the game. It might actually make it a little bit more interesting having some cards and stuff unlocked for us to play. So similar to Slay the Spire, we have an overworld here, which we can traverse this hex grid. These characters here are our allies. Allies are essential in Roguebook, as rather than being a single hero, such as Slay the Spire, we are a team of two. Unfortunately, I say unfortunately, I'm more than happy. The only character available to be your assistant in the demo is Sirocco. He's versatile. His bulky body can shield allies from harm, or his powerful legs can allow him to leap into the back lines to flatter opponents that hide. We'll recruit him. So the hook with Roguebook really is that you have a team of two people and you can build synergies from their different styles of fighting. We've no idea what these two guys do. I'm going to guess he's very tanky, being a tortoise. And this guy looks like a bit of a evil bugger. So I imagine he's going to be extremely aggressive. So we have Shara the Dragon Slayer. At the start of her turn, she gains 1 and loses a stack of courage. We don't start with any courage. Courage is something we can acquire through our cards and other means, and that will give us energy. Sirocco gains fortitude from certain cards, and that will allow him to gain extra block. This will all become clear as we progress. So in our overworld, much like Slay the Spire, I'm going to reference Slay the Spire a lot because it's a good jumping point for anybody. If Slay the Spire is your first or most recent card battler, Roguebook will be quite familiar in many ways. So we have a path that opens up to us, much the same as Slay the Spire, where we travel up the tower. Here, much of the world is forgotten apart from the central path, which we can traverse immediately and go to the boss and probably die. Or we can unlock elements of the world using paint. Think of us as a cartographer unlocking areas of the world using our paintbrush. But we don't want to do that right now. We want to take on a standard battle. Standard battles will give us a bit of a reward when we complete them. Unlike Slay the Spire, where you get cards for beating battles, we will get gold to purchase cards if we wish to, and also extra paint to paint in our story. Shara, one of her main abilities is that when she attacks from the front, she gets an increase in her attack damage. If she's attacking from the back, this card would only do 6 damage, I believe. And then at the front, it does 9. So there's a lot of emphasis on moving your characters backwards and forwards because Sirocco blocks more when he's at the front than he does at the back. So let's lunge in and let's take out this dude that's attacking us as quickly as possible. That should save us taking a bit of damage. I'm going to take out this guy at the back here. What are they building up for? They're intending to buff, so they're going to increase their strength. As I said, Roguebook is from the developers of Magic the Gathering, a game I never played. though I have wanted to for many, many years of my life, and I watched in envy as my friends blitz their way through game after game, me completely dumbfounded by the mechanics. Yeah, and Slay the Spire being my first proper introduction to roguelike deck builders. I mean, card games were present. I witnessed many games of Magic. I had friends who were into Pokemon. I think I was a little bit too old to really appreciate Pokemon when it first came out, being... Oh, that's probably quite telling of how ancient I am. So what we had there, we had a little inkwell that allowed us to unlock a path. Unfortunately, the path is blocked by bloody trees, so it was relatively pointless for us. The Rune of Sight here will reveal a random item on the map. What has it given us? It's given us some health, which is no good to us all the way over there. We may have to use a paintbrush to open up some interesting areas here. Should we come down here a little bit and see if we can utilize it? Over here, let's see if we can unlock something good. So we've unlocked another battle over here. If we were to come up here, we would have an elite battle, which is quite dangerous, and then the boss battle. We don't want to go charging into that yet. These little boxes, the Vaults of Wisdom, we can pay 40 gold to draft a card. I think we'll do that. We'll do that one now with this one. Let's pay 40 gold and draft a card. Both heroes would gain 2 power until the end of our turn. That would make us slightly stronger for a brief period. Smoke Bomb, we would... this is a card for Shara. We would gain 9 block, but then retreat to the back, stuffing Sirocco in the front, which would really essentially give us 11 block. Unleash, attack for 8 twice. If we have courage, dissolve this card and gain 3 power. Dissolve is essentially your exhaust, so you get rid of the card. 16 attack for 2 is alright. The gaining 3 power is alright. We're just going to go for power here. We're just going to straight up get some power. We might actually come down and unlock another card as well. There is a shop over here where we can unlock some other stuff. So we can take an ally. An ally is an additional helping hand we can have that joins us in combat. This ally here is ranged. Oh no, sorry. If we play... It's a ranged character, so if we play it from Shara, when we're at the back, it costs 1 less energy, so it will be free. He gives us a dagger each turn. A dagger is a 0 cost throwing weapon. And at the end of each turn, he will lose 1 spirit. He has 3 spirit, which is his life, essentially. Each turn, he loses 1 until he dwindles away and is gone for the rest of the battle. Prepare is also ranged, which means if we use it from the back with Shara, it would only cost us 1. It gives us 7 block and 2 courage. Courage is our extra energy. I think we're going to take that for the extra energy. Let's have a look what the Wandering Merchant has got for us. So, high five's quite good. That gives us courage. And if we... that's for Shara, the card, because it's on the top row here. If we were to use it just after Sirocco's played a card, it would cost us 0 because it has the affix of combo. If the last card played this turn belonged to the other hero, this costs 1 energy less. We also have a Juggler. It's pretty cool. That's a card I just unlocked on the last run I did, so I haven't seen this yet. Whenever Shara swaps to the front, add a dagger to your hand. That's pretty cool. Here we have some other items. Vortex Stone, Cobalt Fetish, and Jalmir's Tablet are essentially artifacts that give us other abilities and stuff. And stones that we can attach to our cards to improve their strengths. We're not going to purchase anything right now. Let's take on the next battle and see what we can get from it. And we can get some ink from it that should help us unlock a greater path. So, if we strike with Sirocco, is that his name? Sirocco. Oh, that didn't actually do what I wanted it to do. Never mind. We will block for it for now, and we'll try and survive this. I wasn't paying attention. Such is the way of chatting whilst making videos. So let's just rinse this guy down. He is going to block and use a buff on his next turn. His buff is going to make him strong and kick our backside. We have some extra energy, which we're not using, which sucks. There are artifacts we can get to carry over strength onto subsequent turns. We don't have that at the moment. We don't have any block from Sirocco, which is a shame. So we're going to do our war cry. We're going to lunge him for a heavy attack. We can do another one as well, and then we can try and block some of this. Nothing else to give us 2 courage for the next turn. We'll take 3 damage, and he's going to debuff us. He's probably going to reduce our strength, I imagine. He has reduced our strength, so we're doing slightly less damage on each attack with Shara, but we'll take her to the back now. We'll block for 10 and then land a couple of strikes on him to get rid of him for the next run. Roguebook's been steeped in a bit of controversy since it launched the pre-order demo, in that a lot of people are disappointed with some of the deluxe edition allowing for some cards, some enemies that you can't get in the standard game. I don't particularly have a problem with it. It wasn't an expensive purchase, so if that's not your thing, I understand. I didn't have a problem with it myself. Reveal a space and all adjacent spaces within a radius of 2. I think we're going to fill out... Yeah, let's do that. That gets us over to this sky tower, which will reveal the surrounding territory. And hopefully something interesting. We won't be able to go over there without taking on this battle, though. Combat with 3. The Cutthroat Bandit. Oh, we are not doing well for being able to use Prepare, are we? Or any defensive measures, for that matter. Can we... Yeah, we can get rid of the Cutthroat at the back anyway. Puts us in a better position. We might need some more cards for Sirocco to get him to the front. We'll attack you for 11. We'll try and rinse this guy down a little bit. We'll put Sirocco up at the front. He is our tank with his hefty amount of health and his ability to add 2 block on top of whatever he's blocking. He's still going to take a significant amount of damage here, but that's what he's here for. So let's not complain too much. Let's war cry it again. Let's do an attack. Attack again. End of that turn. Roguebook is an absolutely beautiful game. It's visually stunning. It's one of the things that enticed me in so much, was the appearance of the game. Not that I have ever hated the appearance of Slay the Spire. It's very simplistic in its art style, but this is absolutely beautiful. A lot of care and attention gone into the character creation. We're in the final moments of this battle here, and it's come to an end.
Oh, goodness. I hope they're okay.
As I said, you know, roguelike, well, deck builders in general are relatively new to me, so maybe I'm not the most efficient with my card usage, and I might make some piss poor decisions, but there you go. So, narrative. We challenge the law of the world of Faeria. This allows us to rewrite some of our world, apparently. You like shiny? I like shiny. We trade, yes, fair deal. We can buy a random gem. We will do that. Deal half damage, then inflict bleed equal to damage dealt. Pick. So we can add that to one of our cards. Well, by crafting. You can craft your cards at any time if you've got stones to craft them with. I don't think we have anything that I'd be happy to take half damage on. If we can get some really hefty cards for Sirocco, because he has some really heavy damage cards, we can craft half damage, but then half the damage will go on as bleed. So that's good damage over time. Where do we go from here? We don't currently have any combats that we can partake of. 3 spaces in opposite directions. Unfortunately, the opposite direction to where we want to go leads to nothing, but it does allow for the opportunity to open a wider territory where we can find more stuff, like all of this monies. We may do well to spend a brush opening up an area in a moment. I think we should. We'll do that here. We'll see if we can find. In fact, let's open up both areas on the either side of this bridge. We may find a combat. We did not. This is our pages. I'm not entirely sure what they're called off the top of my head, but they are what you use to unlock your meta progression, basically, for later runs. I don't think we're going to come up against... Oh, there's one there. A normal battle. We need an ink to get us up towards the top left corner there. Warcry. We are not putting out good cards here today. A significant downside that has not gone amiss for me is the lack of an ability to remove cards, such as you have in Slay the Spire, Ring of Pain, etc. Hang on. Yeah, you can remove items in Ring of Pain. Thought I was talking shit then. Well, you can't remove cards as such, but there is the ability to transmute cards so they become something different. Hopefully that's something we can come across in a moment if we can find an alchemist. We will prepare so we can block some of that. We might just block all of it. We're not going to block all of it. We're going to block a significant portion of it and have more energy on the next turn. We do need more cards coming out, though, in order for it to be useful for us. Let's lunge it up. Finish him off. Haven't done too bad there. 3 spaces in opposite directions again. I don't think we're going to be put in a position where we can utilize that very well. Hopefully that road isn't blocked. In the top left and right of your map, you'll usually find there's a couple of items that you can come and pick up. If you're lucky, you might be able to get both. What have we got here? A silent shield. At the end of our turn, if you have no block, gain 5 block. Nice. That's a new one for me. I've not seen that before. That will affect both of our heroes. Means we can spend less on blocking, hopefully. Did we have an alchemist down here anywhere? We did not. Let's go to the wandering merchant and see if there's anything we can improve our game with here. No, we don't have any super strong attacks, which is a shame. Alchemists cost half as much, but we don't have any alchemists on the map. Each time you play 5 cards in a single turn, deal 8 damage to a random enemy. That's quite cool, but not very useful to us at the moment. We have landed a crappy world here today. Have to find a way to progress further. Alas. That Radiant Heart gave us a plus 10 health for each of our heroes. Let's go over and draft another card, hopefully. Discard your hand, attack for 0. 6 times the number of cards discarded. We might have to take that. We may have to take that. It would be nice to have had something that would increase the number of... increase our card draw so that we could have more cards in our hand to utilize that better. Alas, it's not the case. Each time you play 5 cards in a single turn, deal 8 damage to a random enemy. You know what? We might as well take it. We're not doing anything else with our money. We've run out of paintbrushes for this map, and we're about to take on an elite. Elite is like your mid-boss elites, essentially. I don't need to explain that to anybody. This is a particularly annoying elite in that this gentleman, the Voice of Hunger, has some minions with him. And when we kill those minions, the Voice of Hunger will consume them, increasing his strength. Gaining 4 power per excuse me, per minion that he consumes. That is a significant amount. It's really going to add up very quickly. Now, we've already given him 4 power, but it has stunned him so that he's not going to be able to attack us this turn. I think we'll take the 5 damage from this guy. Purely so we can dwindle the Voice of Hunger down a little bit. We have none of the defense that we want. Oh. We might have to block through that. Ooh. That sucks. 24 damage. That was hefty. Attack him for 8, and then we'll attack this dude for 14. And end our turn. We need energy carryover. We need a lot going on here in order for us to salvage this. I don't think this is going to be a run that we're going to be proud of. Here we see what happens when we lose a character. So Shara has been knocked out of the combat for the moment. Every time you lose one of your team in combat, you're given 2 wounds, which are cards that you cannot play. And as we said, we can't discard them from the deck in any way, so we are stuck with those. Those take up parts of our hand. He's going to get hit for 36 damage. 36? I can't count. Nope. 32. We can either hit him for 12, or we can revive Shara by playing her revive song. He is going to take a hefty amount of damage, but it puts Shara back in the fight for us. Hopefully we can make this work out for us. Strike. Strike. Nope, nothing. We'll leave him at the front for now. Well, we don't have much choice. He is at the front. That is what's happening. We are not making good time here. So let's lunge in. Strike. Let's put him back at the front. Just for defending our backside more than anything. Max he's going to hit for his 32, which is alright. If we get through this, we should be in a good position. So, Warcry. Ouchies. We're going to have to let him stay at the front. 5-10. We may as well discard the hand and take the damage, right? We probably could have put her in the beginning. Oh, she still would have died. Never mind. We should be able to finish him off now. Alas, that is not the case. We are going to lose Sirocco here, but he will be revived after the fight. Does mean we've got 2 more curse wounds in our deck that we didn't want to have. And no attacks. So we're shit out of luck there. That's game over for us, I think. That's absolutely game over. Sirocco's dead. And so's Shara. And that is an example of how roguelike can go very, very badly. I've been Arsenic Candy Gaming. You've been bloody marvellous as always. If you're interested in picking up a copy of Roguelike, you can find it on Steam. It's launching from the 17th of June. If you wanted to pick it up early, you get access to the pre-order demo. But why wouldn't you just wait? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and all that wonderful stuff. And I'll see you in the future. Hopefully we'll break some more roguelike out when we've got the full version. You take care now. And bye-bye.